I decided to become a doctor because of a family tradition. Nobody in my family is a physician, but my grandfather was a teacher in Egypt back in the 50s and 60s, and he got a master's degree. And so when my dad graduated high school, he turned to my dad and said, "I have a master's degree, you have to do better than I did. You can either get a PhD, an MD, or a JD." And so my dad ended up getting a PhD in 19th century American literature, odd as that is for a boy from Egypt. He immigrated to the United States in the 60s to get his PhD and met my mother. And when my sister and I were born, we got the same message. You have to do better than us. We have PhDs. So you have to get an MD or a JD. And since both of my parents were English teachers of a sort, my rebellion was to go into the sciences, so I decided to become a doctor. There are so many things that are rewarding about being a physician. As a surgeon, I get a personal gratification for seeing something that is dysfunctional and making it functional. So there's a very personal satisfaction I get from that. But I think the most rewarding thing for me is the knowledge that you've really helped somebody live a better quality of life, if not a longer life. And as an oncologic surgeon, that's probably the greatest satisfaction that I have. The question I don't get very often that probably I would like to hear more is, how big of a deal is this really, doc? Patients often come in so anxious and upset, and they're convinced that the sky is falling. And a lot of times the news is a lot better than that. And if they could just ask that question, it might open the door to taking the tension and anxiety down a few notches. The one thing that patients may not know about me is the fact that I'm half Egyptian. The other thing is that I love scuba diving, and that's probably my favorite thing to do. I'm Dr. Adam Metwalli. My mission at Jefferson is to improve lives.